not familiar with, those terms, how can I build this report? Here's the deal. If you know how, if you are familiar with Power BI in any sort of way, you know what the look is supposed to look like and what it's supposed to feel like. Advantage Microsoft Project on the web for the web. This is already created. This template is already built. So you don't have to go in and create any DAX measures, figure out, what is effort, what is effort completed, how do I calculate effort, the effort completed, the effort remaining, even though it pretty much sounds like it's going to be some subtraction, right? You got effort, how much was projected, and you're going to subtract that from effort, and that's going to be the effort remaining, and however much was completed is the effort complete. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? So the first report level that we're looking at is the portfolio dashboard. Again, this dashboard is already created. It's already created. All you have to do is connect the data. So what does that look like, Tarad? You say, how do I connect the data? As we can see, there is a yellow line up here, which means warning, caution, something's going on, pay attention to. And in this particular case, it says you're viewing this app with sample data, which means all this information is sample data. So in order to connect Microsoft Project for the web to Microsoft Project, you just click here, connect, and then you will go out and you will get that Dataverse URL. Now, there are two projects that I know of. One is, and both are projects for the web, but one is project. It allows you to use. It's the older version, but it allows you to use desktop, which allows you to download this particular report. And when you download this report, you are then, let's see. So you want to edit Microsoft Project for the web workspace? No. So you will be able to download. You go to File, and then you'll be able to download, and you can make edits on the report and make it more do more. It'll be more customizable if you do it on your desktop. Now, and I'm going to look at that other version too. I got to find it. But this is the newer version where everything is going on online, but it's not as robust as the second version. But since we don't have the second version up, we're not going to talk too much more about the second version. But bottom line is, if you want to connect to your data, you will hit, let me go back. You will click this link, connect your data. And again, it's saying you're viewing this app with sample data. You connect to this, you connect with your data, and you will provide your Dataverse URL. You provide your Dataverse URL here. And I spoke a little bit about the Dataverse earlier. I'm not going to go too much more deep into the Dataverse. If you want to know more about the Dataverse, Google it. I mean, it's really just that simple. Or you can go to YouTube and you can YouTube it. But of course, YouTube and Google are the same people. But YouTube is going to let you see what's going on visually, and Google is going to give you maybe several different terms or ways to define, or ways that the Dataverse is defined. So if we were looking at the portfolio dashboard level, this is what we will be looking at the portfolio dashboard level. Now, the next report that we're able to look at here in Project for the Web is the portfolio timeline. Again, what I'm going to do first is I am going to get rid of that yellow. Yeah, so again, the portfolio timeline, you talk about project management, everything is on a schedule, right? And you want to get everything done quickly, effectively, and efficiently, right? In a timely manner. And timeline, as we can see, is the second thing that is on the on Project for the Web right after the main portfolio dashboard. So we have a Gantt chart, which you can create a Gantt chart in in normal Power BI. You can create a Gantt chart, but it's not a custom tool. It's not a standard tool, and it's not a custom. Well, you can probably find a custom tool. I haven't tried to find a custom tool. Let me say that first. but there is definitely not a standard tool currently that is the Gantt chart. So here in Project for the Web, one of the standard visuals is a Gantt chart, because that's what project managers like to see. They like to see, what's going on their projects using the Gantt chart. Now, one other thing that I did not, well, we have two other things here. So we have a calendar, pretty much like a calendar slider here. And we can see that it changes. When I hit Y, we are looking at by year. When I select Q, we're looking by quarter. When I select month, we're getting by month. When I select W, we're getting by week. And when I select D, we're getting this sliding calendar by day, right? So again, that's day. Now that's week. Now this is month. And this is quarter. And this is by year. So I'm going to go back and I'll do it by, I want the standard to be by month. So this allows us to do a sliding calendar, right? This is a pretty cool tool. And you don't have to be you don't really have to, you can get away, this is your day-to-day job, you can get away with not knowing Power BI, but knowing Power BI, right? Because you can use this particular, if your job was just building, connecting project management to Microsoft Project to Project for the Web, that's a pretty easy job. Right, and they're out there. Right, these are six-figure jobs. They're out there. The next thing after portfolio timeline is portfolio milestones. Again, these are other terminologies and indicators used by project managers, right, in industries across the scale. So now we're looking at portfolio milestones, and we're seeing milestones completed. Completed milestones by project, and we see we got 26. We got a blank down here because something is 0. Just the way it is. If we were in Power BI, I could write a measure to say if this equals blank, make it make it show 0 as opposed to showing blank. But to get around that, if the project team or the project manager inputs portfolio milestones for all the visuals on the page, then this visual that's showing blank will show a number as well. Let's see. We're also able to, one thing that we didn't talk about before is we have a drop down slicer for project progress and project manager. So we can select from project manager and we can see what their how they've fared in completing their portfolio milestones. We see here that that's not changing too much, but it'd be the same thing for project progress. What has not started? 0, because we got a blank here. 0 has not started. What's in progress? 15. 15 are in progress. And how many have we completed? 11. So that makes sense. We got 15 in progress, 11 completed, and if I delete all of those, we see that we got 26 total in project progress status. Upcoming milestones, again, this is data that would have to be input on the project side. Recent milestones, again, this is data that has to be submitted on the project side, and this Microsoft Project for the Web will then bring this data in to show a visualization of this data itself. The next that we have here is the roadmap key dates. Roadmap key dates, and again, we're talking project managers. They understand high risk, at risk, on track, not set, and done, right? And of course, high risk is something they want to avoid, and we see that high risk is in red. So we've got one project that's in high risk. I just clicked on the marker app that has the red diamond, and I see that now I have one project that's in risk. Here we have one project that is in yellow, which is at risk. The red is high risk and the yellow is at risk. Then we have the green circle is showing us everything in green